1962, June 12th. Alcatraz, the most secure prison in America, rang its siren in the morning so that the prisoners could wake up. Almost all of them woke up except for 3 prisoners. The warden was furious because no matter how loud the siren rang, these people just wouldn't wake up. The warden came to their cells and screamed at them to wake up, but they just wouldn't lift their heads off their pillows. The warden called the guards. The guards came and threatened them that they would take serious action if they wouldn't wake up. But no, they still didn't. One of the guards felt that something was up, so he decided to go inside the cell and wake them up. He went inside and pulled their blankets out of anger, and before he could scream at them to wake up, he understood the shocking truth that these 3 prisoners had escaped. Dummy heads replaced their whole body. The guards and the warden was of course shook because Alcatraz was the most secure prison in America, and until that date, no one has been able to escape it safe and sound. The guards investigated their cells a little bit and understood that the ventilators which were located just under their wash basins were fake. These ventilators were made from cardboard and wood. So these guards understood that these prisoners had taken out the ventilators and gone through it to escape from the prison. The guards called the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, so that the FBI could investigate a little more and get a little more clues. The FBI came and investigated a little bit, and they understood that Alan West, another prisoner, had the same technology in his cell. I meant that even his ventilators were fake. Even though he had a chance to escape from Alcatraz, he hadn't done it. So the FBI decided to question him, and after questioning him, they got these shocking replies that Frank Morris, one of the most intelligent prisoners in Alcatraz, had planned to escape from Alcatraz with 3 other prisoners, which included Alan West. What was their plan and how did they escape Alcatraz, such a secure prison, safe and sound? This is what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to Aku Zachu's Hangama. Today we're going to be talking about the major escape from Alcatraz, the most secure prison in America, by 3 prisoners. Let's get into it. Illegal against the society, then you will be sent to jails. But if you do something illegal against the rules of jails, then you will be sent to Alcatraz. Alcatraz was one of the most secure prisons in America, or maybe the world. Alcatraz was something that America and the American government was really proud of, and all of America, or maybe all of the world, was sure that nobody could escape from Alcatraz. It was the reason why people say that it's impossible to escape from Alcatraz. It's because that Alcatraz is located in the Alcatraz Island, which is located in San Francisco. And of course, this island has a huge mass of water surrounding it. If you have to go to the nearest shore from Alcatraz, then you have to swim or row your boat for 2.5 kilometers. Yes, it's a small amount, but the fact here is that this sea has a huge amount of sharks, huge waves and tides, and extreme coldness. The temperature varies here from 10 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius. And so it's really difficult to just go to the nearest shore from Alcatraz. Just forget the sea. It's really impossible to get out of the building because a lot of wardens and guards take rounds around Alcatraz 24/7 in regular intervals. And by chance, if you get out of the building, there are a lot of sharpshooters waiting. There are a lot of sharpshooters who are going to be shooting you if they see you escape from prison. They have all rights and orders to shoot a prisoner if they see you escape from prison. So, it is impossible for a normal man to escape such a secure prison. A lot of attempts had been made to escape from the Alcatraz prison. Over 36 people had attempted to escape from prison. In that, 23 people got caught by the Alcatraz guards. 6 people were shot dead by the sharpshooters, and 4 people drowned in the sea. But the remaining 3 people were Frank Morris and the Anklin brothers, Clarence Anklin and John Anklin, and these prisoners escaped from Alcatraz safe and sound. Frank Morris was an orphanage from when he was 11. His parents abandoned him, and he had grown in the streets. When he was 13 years old, he made his very first crime. The crime which he did was carrying real guns, threatening people using those guns and stealing money, importing and exporting drugs, and many other dangerous stuff like that. Well, the more he grew, the more dangerous and more effective his crimes became towards the society. He was caught red-handed when he was robbing a bank and threatening people for money. And he was sent to the Angola jail, which was in the south of America. And it was, of course, a really secure prison, and it was called the Alcatraz of South. But it wasn't too late for Frank Morris to escape from Angola too. And after a year or so, he was caught red-handed by the police again after he was caught doing a crime. But then the police decided to move him to Alcatraz because they knew that there was no use of sending him to Angola jail again because he's gonna escape it. So he was sent to Alcatraz for that particular reason. And in the other hand, the Anklin brothers, Clarence and John Anklin, did the same thing. They threatened people using guns, but this time they used toy guns. They did something harmless but managed to steal a lot of money. And once they were sentenced in prison, but then they were trying to escape the prison and by mistake bumped into the police, and that's how they were moved to Alcatraz. So Frank Morris and the Anklin brothers were moved to Alcatraz together, and Alan West, on the other hand, was moved to Alcatraz for stealing cars. So these 4 of them moved to Alcatraz together, and things were as usual. So after a few months or years, Frank Morris was fed up of staying in Alcatraz and showed his plan to the Anklin brothers and Alan West. This was his plan. We are going to escape from Alcatraz, and the way they're going to do it is that they'll take the ventilators, which are located just under the wash basin, go through it to the back of the prison, jump the fence, make a boat of their own, and go to the next shore without the sharpshooters seeing them. It was easy to, hearing this, you might feel it's an easy task, but it wasn't. Frank Morris also had a way on also knew how to make his plan to action. So how did they do this plan? Did they complete it correctly? Please wait for part 2.